At the start of the year, Zillow said that 2025 was going to be a rebound year. Rates would drop, confidence would return, and the housing market would start climbing again. Fast forward to mid-May, and Zillow's singing a different tune. And buyers are doing something we haven't seen in a while, waiting. But here's the thing, the desire to buy hasn't gone away. The math and the mindset just aren't lining up. Let's unpack what's actually happening in coastal Orange County and how you can move smart no matter what the headlines say. I'm Missy Wiesen, your coastal Orange County real estate expert. I help buyers and sellers navigate OC's dreamiest markets with local knowledge, savvy strategy, and just the right amount of real talk. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in coastal Orange County real estate, call, text, or scan the QR code to book a cute Zoom with me? No, a quick Zoom with me. And if you like staying ahead of the market with a little less fluff and a lot more facts, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a beat. All right, let's rewind for a second. Back in January, Zillow predicted a steady climb out of the uncertainty that's defined the market since 2020. Lower interest rates, renewed buyer activity, stabilized inflation, and a housing market that would pick up speed in Q2 of 2025. But now we're in mid-2025, Q2, and Zillow's walking it back. On their most recent earnings call, their executives pointed to inventory climbing across the county, buyer hesitation growing, and mortgage rates holding steady around 7%, which is kind of high, especially for buyers who were told they'd be locking in under 6% by spring. The tone has shifted from optimism to caution because the momentum they expected just hasn't materialized. And their analysis comes down to this: people still want to buy. They just don't feel confident enough to pull the trigger. So what's behind the hesitation? Yes, interest rates. Yes, inflation. But here's what's flying under the radar: tariffs. In early April, the U.S. announced a round of new tariffs on imported goods, including construction materials. Think lumber, steel, appliances, everything you'd touch in a remodel or new build. According to Zillow's own data, 24% of Americans paused major purchases after the announcement, including homes. It's not just about paying more, it's about the uncertainty. Buyers are wondering, will appliance prices spike before I close? Will a simple renovation budget suddenly double? Should I just wait until this all shakes out? And in real estate, uncertainty equals hesitation, which brings us right back to this moment of holding. All right, let's talk affordability, because this is the part that really hits. In coastal Orange County, the average listing is now around $3.79 million. To buy that home, here's what the numbers need to look like. You need a down payment of about $758,000. You need required income of about $847,000 annually. And that would give you an estimated monthly payment close to $19,000 a month. And that's the average. Even entry-level homes, $1 million and under, only make up 9% of the active inventory. And they still require $200,000 down, about $250,000 in income, and that would give you a monthly payment of over $6,300 a month, plus HOA, because most homes in coastal Orange County that are $1 million or less are gonna have an HOA. This isn't about whether buyers want to buy. It's about whether they can justify it on paper, in their portfolios, or in their day-to-day budgets. On the same earnings call, Zillow's CFO, Jeremy Hoffman, called the market bouncing along the bottom, which is not exactly the bounce back we were promised. CEO Jeremy Waxman emphasized that buyer demand is still there. It's just being suppressed by external pressure. You think? And they're right. The demand hasn't vanished. Buyers are tuned in, they're watching, they're waiting. They're just waiting for conditions to feel safer. That's not the same as a dead market. It's a delayed market. And those two are very different things. So let's bring it home. What's happening in coastal Orange County? Here's a local snapshot. Yep, inventory's up about 7%. Sales are down about 10%. And buyer hesitation? It's happening at every price point, even luxury. Yes, even in neighborhoods like Laguna Beach, Dana Point, and Newport Coast, we're seeing listings sit a little bit longer. And for sellers, this means one thing. Your strategy has never mattered more. If you overprice right now, you will sit. If your home doesn't show well, buyers will wait for the next one. And if your agent is just putting it on the MLS and praying, it's not going to cut it. You need smart pricing, you need thoughtful presentation, and you need someone who's not just watching the market, but actively navigating it. Let's cut through the noise. This isn't a doom and gloom market. It's a smart strategy market. If you're thinking about buying, you need to talk to your lender, know your numbers, and be ready to move when the right property shows up. Because the good homes, they're still getting picked up fast. For sellers, be realistic. Lead with value and work with someone who knows how to market beyond the MLS. This is where local expertise matters most, because Zillow can revise their forecasts all day long, but what really matters is what's happening right here on the ground. So yes, Zillow may be walking back their optimism, but that doesn't mean you need to sit back and wait. There is opportunity in this market. You just need the right approach, the right data, and the right partner. Call, text, or scan the QR code to schedule a quick strategy session with me, because I don't just sell the dream, I live it. And I'll help you make it a reality.